Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome to Indigo Rising Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you're having a great day. This will be your weekly reading for the week of July 26th through August 1st. And during that time, we first have the waxing gibbous moon, and that is a time where we've started our projects and things that we were working on for the new moon, had a time to get things going. Now we're looking around to see if we can be flexible or make adjustments, see what's working, what's not working, make those adjustments so that we can move forward. We then also have the full moon that comes in on the 30th, although you might feel that energy a day before, during, and after. And that's a time of heightened emotions. You might feel a little anxious and irritable. You might have some changes in your sleeping patterns. I can't tell you how many times I've just full on woken up in the middle of the night when it's a full moon and that light is literally shining through the window. So if I don't forget to shut the curtains, it's like, oh, that just lights the room up. So, and then I'm awake. I'm just up. I can't go back to sleep. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh, it's a time, it's a good time for us to release any resentments or fears that we're having, or also to practice patience and calm. I get very highly positively energetic during the full moon, but I do need to practice patience and calm, or I'll just wear myself out because I just go. But however that moon energy is for you, just treat it accordingly. We then have the waning gibbous after the full moon, and of course that is a little calmer. It's a good time for us to be thoughtful and growth oriented, and to just think about we're going to self-reflect on how we are trying to grow, and what kind of things we're learning right now. So keep those moon energies in mind as we move through the week. This will be an intuitive general reading for energies that you may or may not encounter, Sagittarius. So, as always, please take what resonates and leave what doesn't here on the table for someone else. And your overall message for this reading is, what do you need to release? There you go, waning moon. So yeah, those releases, especially during the full moon and after, it is a good time to just get rid of negativity, and it's a good time to do that. And during the full moon too, kind of release anything that's on your mind. All right, as I'm shuffling the tarot, my fun weekly reminder for you, Sagittarius, is that you take some time this week to get out into nature. So this could be, we're in the full swing of summer, so get in a pool and just lounge around and catch some rays. Go for a swim somewhere, maybe if you're near a lake or the ocean, get in some good water that's not chlorinated, and just really enjoy yourself in whatever way that means for you out in nature. Maybe go feed some ducks if that's more your speed, or take a hike somewhere, just find a lovely place with a beautiful view. We might even enjoy the night sky since we've got that full moon approaching. Get out and watch that full moon rise. So that is my fun weekly reminder, is that you take some time to commune with nature and just relax and enjoy it a little bit this week, Sagittarius. All right, let's get into this reading. July 26th through August 1st. What do you need to release? Your present energy right now is the Ace of Cups. So whatever it is you need to release, you need to do it in a loving way. Sometimes we do have to let go of something, and something might be something that you even love. And for me, this harkens through. This is my battle with like things like, I love diet soda, I love it, but I try to get rid of it, and it's something that I love, but I'm like, I know it's not good for me. So I'll, let it go, let it go. I tried to do it many times. And I'm in the process of, like, right now for the last couple of months. And like, this is a little treat. You just want something a little fizzy. I do. But I know it's not good for me. But it is something that I love. So sometimes letting something that you love, it's not serving you well, you do have to let it go. So that's kind of something I would think, if it's something you need to release and something that you love, it's probably something that's better for you, that you've just learned how to love. It could even, it's just not good. In some cases, your current situation is the Chariot. So looks like you are getting ready to make some sort of move and gathering information. And I'll go back to, if this is health related, maybe you are trying to make these little moves, related to your health, that like, oh, I need to do this because it's healthier for me. I need to do something here proactively, or stop doing things because they're not the best for me. So, whatever it is, just go ahead and continue gathering this information. This might be also related to things that you want to release. At the root of your situation is the Two of Swords. So, some sort of indecision going on here. So, you're thinking something through to make a decision. And this could go into this information collection as well. The Chariot is kind of getting all the information together before you decide to make a move. And there might just be one or two things here that you're kind of stuck on, but it's okay. There should be no rush to think things through, to make the right decisions for yourself. So think things through before you actually make a decision to make that move or make that change. In your recent past is the Knight of Cups. So you're moving into this being very emotionally open. And I mean, the word vulnerable also comes to, maybe you're just a little bit emotionally vulnerable over something at this time, and that very well could be the case. So, think it through. And again, some decisions take longer than others, and there's no rush. There should be no rush on any sort of decision, especially about something that you're trying to release, because those things, that could be really hard. It's really life changing, especially if it's something you do love. It's like, but I love that. I don't want to let it go. Anyway, okay, what's on your mind this week? Sagittarius is the Temperance card. So, and I know she's not a two, but we have a two at the bottom. And many times when I see her, because of her two cups, it just makes me think of um, the number two. Also, I want you to just notice when I pulled this card away for a second to fit Miss Temperance in here, which anyway, Temperance on your mind is to be balanced. Temperance is about just things being in a good place. It's about things flowing, things coming to fulfillment. The Temperance card, she's a protector. She's the angel on the other side of our shoulder. If the devil's on one side, she's on the other. So, but I wanted you to take a look at the emotion that's happening and the water that's in all of the cards here that I see. And even in the very back of the Chariot card there, you can see some water there, but it's very prominent and very calm water in all of these cards that are popping out. So, I'm going to say that it is a very emotionally calming week as you gather some information. And even here, this water is not moving at all. Everything's very, very calm as you release things. So I don't think that it's probably not super highly charged emotionally. Like I said, you might be feeling a little bit vulnerable, but it's a very calm release of something. Like you're just going to let it go. And there's not going to be a lot of drama about it. What is just ahead of you this week? Wow, more calm waters. I just can't believe all of the water and all of these cards. And tarot cards are watery in some cases, but this is just an extraordinarily amount of just flow and water. So definitely emotions, and these are they're emotional decisions, but not in a hard way. I feel like it's like easy to make these decisions. You know that it's the right thing for you. Okay. In your advice position is the Empress. Wow. So this could be, honestly, the first thing I get is, for some of you, you're letting go of one way of being because there's a pregnancy coming. So we have to mention this, Sagittarius, and that's some more water coming down here too, and that is very emotional. And what you would be letting go in this case of is just your previous life, because pregnancy definitely changes everything. So for some of you, it won't be actual pregnancy, but the Empress represents things, decisions that we're making that are very long term. So it very well could be about your health. You could be letting go of something that'll serve you in the long run, because the Empress is very creative. That's the kind of decision she would make. Is something that she would see through to the end, but it's not something for a few weeks or months. It's something that's going to go on for years. So the advice is to take that on, and to take on whatever these changes are for you, and know that it's going to be something that will affect you for a long period of time. What is beyond your control this week is feeling a little like you against the world. And now we encounter our first card without water, but blue sky. So, oh, there's a little water. It's almost kind of just barely at the bottom there. But feeling a little bit like you against the world. And maybe this is because of decisions that you're making. You're just going to have to go with it. That's all there is to it. Sometimes it's just about you. And it is what it is, right? What is your secret desire? What are you trying to avoid? Is the Queen of Pentacles. So it's either your secret desire to really be, understanding and in control of your material world, your financial world, that sort of thing, or you're just trying to let that go. It's just not really important to you. And there's no right or wrong answer when it comes to this card. It's really you asking that question, answering it on your own, and understanding your answer and all the whys that go into an answer like that. All right, in your outcome position, hard at work here, the Eight of Pentacles. Hard at work, and also maybe just in the moment, something that you're doing that's in the moment that kind of takes you away from everything. Again, we've got there's not a lot of water in his. There's no water in this card either. Very little here, a little bit there. The rest of your reading is very watery, lots of emotions, lots of things flowing. So ask yourself, what is it that you do? What is it that you need to release so that you can get yourself to this moment of really just being in tune, being in the zone with the universe? That's a good question. And what are you gathering? What information are you gathering at this time? All right, what's hidden from you at the bottom of the deck is the Tower, which is the best place for that card to be. We don't like big disruptions or things going on, so nothing like that. It's just kind of a flow week with some emotions and things that you're releasing something maybe to make room for something else that you're really going to love. All right, let's get you a final message here from the Soul Oracle deck. Final message is to revive the dormant. Okay, so whatever that might be, and for some reason I'm drawn down here to this decision-making card. What is dormant, what has been dormant for you, and what is it that you need to revive? And again, sometimes it's just letting go of something that you love, right? Which could be just as simple as your way of life. You might love it, but time marches on, right? Let's see what you need to do here in the way of self-care. Self-care for Sagittarius this week. And the card that you get is the card that says possibility. Focus your attention on what could go right. When you learn to imagine the best case scenario, you get to enjoy the experience twice. So that's that happy manifesting. That's really keeping that positive attitude so that you can dream about something and again, enjoy it twice when it comes true for you. So Sagittarius, good luck with this. I hope there's something in this reading that you can take away and use in a positive way in your life this week. If you're comfortable sharing, drop me a comment. Let me know if anything here resonated with you, if you've got something going on similar to what the cards are laying out here. Also, if you like my reading style, hit like and subscribe. It really helps my channel. I appreciate it so much. I see people that are coming back to the readings and seeing them week by week, and it really makes me feel good to know that I really have a loyal bunch of people that are watching me, and I do appreciate you. It's awesome. So thank you so much for being here, Sagittarius. Good luck. I will see you next week. Bye-bye.